We're talking Carl Icahn here right now. I don't know if we've talked Carl Icahn with Fari here before. How you doing, Fari? First of all, how are you
He's
this
a schoolmate. He's a good guy most of the time.
most of the time? We were
Yeah,
just
but
saying.
when he was on the board of governors of the school, it was a little bit, a little bit.
Did you know him? Have you had some interaction with Uncle
No, no,
Carl?
no, no. He's different age, different
Yeah, a little bit
craftsman.
older
Yeah,
than you, Fari. Just a little bit
it's
older.
slightly older. Yeah,
You,
exactly.
you know what we were saying here? So interesting enough, we're just talking some penny stock here. It's not really of concern, but VLTC. He disclosed that he has a 52% stake in this little penny stock here, and the stock doubles on his disclosure. It's got to be nice to be able to go out and buy 52% of a company, and then just disclose that you bought it, and the stock will double for you. Isn't that
And
nice?
he's dumping it as other people are buying. Who do you think is selling?
Probably.
I mean,
That's got to be
yeah.
nice to have that kind of influence. Does anybody have more influence than Uncle Carl besides Auntie Jeanette?
Let's see. Out there,
He's
probably
influential.
people out there, probably Soros and um, what do you call them?
Elon Musk.
The guy on Tiger, but those guys are not very public. See,
Yeah.
you're right. I mean,
Icon,
Carl is a
it's
little
like
bit public out there.
it's like a trading strategy for him. I'm going to buy all this stock, and then I'm going to tweet
Yeah,
out, or I'm going to disclose what I got, and it's going to pop on my disclosure. It's
yeah.
it seems almost like a scam, but I'm not calling Uncle Carl
Well,
a scam. He can buy whatever he wants, and he has to disclose it legally. So I mean, he's being forced to do it, but man,
well,
that's just
don't the talking heads are doing that also on Fast Money, for example? Except they don't have the same cachet.
true enough. Yeah, well, I
Really,
mean,
it's the same
on
process.
Fast Money, they can actually obviously talk about a stock, and they do move the stocks on Fast Money too. They don't move them up 112%, but you'll often see when they mention a stock on Fast Money, it'll move up a nickel or a dime as they mention
Yeah.
it. So there is
I
some
mean, I mean, no, I don't mean their average crew. I'm not talking about Guy and those guys, but
no, those guys.
when they have a hedge guy invited to call, like
Yeah,
who's that Skybridge guy, Carlomucci, whatever his name is. His Italian name, I forget his name.
and Dougie moves them when they have Dougie on.
Well, Dougie, but Dougie is always all in.
Dougie's
This guy
always
never runs a cash. He never runs out of cash. He's all in. He loses, and he's back in, all in again. But that's Dougie. He may have a special credit line with Auntie.
Hey,
Yeah,
Fari.
they're from same tribe, so you never know. He may have a special credit line.
Hey, Fari. We spent a
Yeah.
good portion of the show, early part of the show, talking about
Uh-huh.
the action in the S&Ps last night, and me and you kind of like to follow those overnight markets. You have your OTF charts. I really like that other time frame.
Have you seen one?
I haven't seen yours, no, but I mean, I can.
Okay, because I was going to say, because that's the NDA. If you've seen it, we have to have the federales stop by and say hello to you.
I have my own OTF charts.
Oh, I see. So I may have to make a visit and come up to Detroit and see what's going on. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you get down and dirty last night? Do you use it as a reference point? Do you trade it? I mean, we got all the way down to that major support level, Fari, and we bounced right back. What do you it was after the 8 o'clock close, so the equities weren't open. What do you make of that action last night?
To be very, very honest with you, I did not look at overnight action at all. And I see a drop there right now. Yeah, I see it. Around 8 o'clock Chicago, or right before 8 o'clock Chicago time. No, I did not touch it. As a matter of fact, the OTF chart is coming online. It wrote it down. It went way out of line. Yes, the one that really kept, if you were trading it, okay, that was an excessive move. What kept you in line was the 30-minute Sigma channel, which a lot of big guns use. The 30-minute chart, not the Sigma channel, say, but 30-minute chart. You overlay the Sigma channel on that, you sat on 2 touches of -3 Sigma. That's huge for something like ES. And, of course, after hours also. Was there any news back there, down there, or no?
Yeah, we went over it with Garrett. There was some bad data coming out of China. I mean,
Uh-huh.
nothing. It just looked like I don't know if it was a fat finger, perhaps something like that. It was after 8 o'clock, so there were no equities or the spiders to lean on. So a lot of
Right.
different factors. Well, let's
So we
put
call
that.
that air pocket in
Yeah.
our business.
Okay. All right. I was talking with Dennis that I just, and it's no April
You.
Fool's joke. I'm just, how's it hard
Yeah,
not to be bullish?
I'll shoot you a copy of my OTF chart for
Thank
that.
you. Thank
Out
you.
of courtesy, but you'll see. It just wrote it down. What happened was that the volatility bands just expanded. It really didn't get to a point where it said that we got to reverse up. As a matter of fact, it took 2 bars from the bottom, okay, for even the CI to turn around. But CI was flushed. The reading on the CI, in terms of CI had a 33 negative rating. Mari, you buy that because you usually get CI around plus 25, negative 25. That's the range you should see CI, even though it's not artificially bounded by any measure. Well, 100 to negative 100, okay. But I haven't seen 33s in ages. In 2008, one time we saw 50, negative 50. It was really bad. I think it may have been the November expiration, which said right toward the end, Obama declared that Turbo Tim will be our treasury, and we went up 400 points, like last hour of a Friday expiration, 24th of November, I think it is, if I remember the calendar right. But that day, we had like a 50 negative reading, which was absolutely horrible. One of the guys I was trading with, the admiral, our option guru, he was like sick to his stomach. He says, "By the end of the war just coming." I said, "No kidding. I mean, you've never seen a negative 50." And he's religious. I said, Sunday you may have to do extra prayers. He goes, I will. This is horrible. And then, last hour, what do you call it? Obama, which was all Chicago at the time, in his transition officer said, "Turbo Tim is our next treasury secretary," and that was it. 400 points, and then 400 points also on Monday. But this is interesting. Thank you. This is interesting reading. 33 negative. Holy macro on a what do you call it? On the OTF reading, because OTF it doesn't move until you have activity, right? So this is a lot of activity to get down there. Holy moly! Wow. Yeah, I just missed it completely.
Fari, what do you think about the biotechs here? We keep seems like we get questions on the sector here every day, and everybody wants to know if the biotech bubble is burst here.
We've got a guy I've been quoting on, one of my chat guys. He's one of my moderators, kind of junior moderator, Peter Hendy from Orange County. He's been following it. He's done very well. He's posting his trades live. His anti-logic, he goes against the herd, if you will. And I'm proud of him. He's done very, very well. The idea was that we know that, especially yesterday morning. He said, "Listen, what is the Comedy Central going after telling people you can get into biotech? Look at it, watch it, and look at the end of the day where it was. It was just obliterated. Haven't followed it myself, other than when Peter was trading it, and I get the urge. I hear about it in the room. I look up the charts and look at NBI for example. This is it feels like a bubble there, of course. Hold on 1 second. I'm just switching to that screen there. 1 second.
Okay. All right. While you're switching screens here, let's just talk about a couple stocks I know you like to follow. Apple been in the trading range. The Sigma channels just must be getting really close to each other with this kind of activity. Any thoughts on Apple?
On Apple, you sure? First of all, Reg FT, we have positions on that. A little bit after the May positions, but
calls, calls.
But call spreads, yes, and they're a little bit under the water. We're not panicking yet, but we're getting ready to. Weekly, okay, both charts are up, but here, let's go through weekly here. Weekly center line, the yellow line, the 0 sig, is at 118. If we and a half. By the time we get there, probably most likely it'll be 118. if we lose 118, I would say, like a hot knife through butter, we're done. The stock is going to have major problems. You're going to see 105 possibly, or go to two digits. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it has to. If you look at the history of this line, this is a weekly chart, Joel. This is not a kid joking around. You got to hold on to this. If you're a growth stock and people are in it, and everybody is in it, remember that. Right now, at this point, everybody's in Apple. There's no portfolio out that doesn't have Apple. I mean, I can hear it from people. The other day at Uber, the Uber guy is asking me about Apple. Okay? When the Uber guy is asking you about Apple, you got trouble.
Okay,
So,
Fari, can we go to
118 you got to hold. I'm sorry?
Can we go to some other tickers here? And you tweeted at me last week about the Twitter here. And do you think we're finally over 50 for good here? What are the Sigma channels telling you in Twitter?
Twitter says hold on. And the CIs were good. Both CIs, daily and weekly, are good. We're in the nice channel going up. And interesting is it's both. I don't know G Pro. I gotta go back to G Pro, but I was gonna say about both. But I also got into G Pro. But if you look at it, they defied the market in their own way. They're still up. They're still in the same channel. They show some reflection of matching some of the bars, but still rising. You know, some days it came back down. This is on Twitter. For example, we hit 3 Sigma daily on the 25th, okay? And 24th. 24th went up, 25th came back, but dropped only 2 Sigma. And then resumed again. It's still in the channel. Has not violated the channel. See, Apple is violating. That's what the problem with Apple is. Let's go to GoPro. Okay, and then we can look at MBI. Again, slowly rising. Not going crazy, but slowly rising. Here comes 50 bar. So I'm going to switch to see if I have. Yeah, I don't have anything on weekly, but the weekly channels are beginning to form, but the CI is encouraging on GoPro. I would hold both. Let's go to MBI.
Just to add on Twitter there, I just want to add some color there this morning because we didn't get a chance on the ratings. Jeffries is initiating coverage of Twitter at a buy with a $65 price target, and that's why you're seeing Twitter trade up almost 90 cents here in the pre-market. So Jeffries coming out here with a buy, $65 price target.
Oh, interesting. This is which office? Of LA?
I don't know which analyst it was.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Ryan,
the LA office is really good in biotech.
Gerald.
Hey, speaking of analyst here, we got a downgrade in some of the airline stocks from Deutsche Bank, and
I don't follow airlines. I hate the unions, and this is a typical gecko answer. I hate the unions, and the fuels could kill me. But go ahead and give me your stock.
American.
Hey, this is a little Hollywood in all of us. Come on. I was raised there, so.
American Airlines. Could you just give us some Sigma channels on that?
Okay, it's AA, right?
AA. They changed it here. It went bankrupt. AAL. American.
No, I'm sorry. AA is alcohol. AA up?
AAL. Lima.
L. Okay, hold on. American Airlines. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Seriously, I don't follow airlines, but okay. I can see a chart. All right. All-time high is 63 and 27. We are in a very nice monthly chart going forward. Weeklies are kind of soft. You had little bumps this last 2 or 3. Last 4 or 5 weeks. The weekly is all over the place. Weekly's got a lot of vol back and forth. Seems to me it wants to roll down a little bit before resume. I would be a buyer in 45, 48 area. It seems to be chart-wise, it's got one of those bumps. If you look at a daily chart, you'll see how this thing rolls. It's like a bouncing ball off of a, let's say, pond or something, or bouncing stone off a pond. It's just jumping back and forth. It looks like it's in one of those cycles again. It's just interesting chart.
Okay.
What else?
Speaking about, tweets and people influencing stocks, I don't think anybody tries harder than Elon Musk. And Twitter had to break down through the 185, or Tesla had to break down through the 185 letter. Musk, took to the Twitter sphere, got it back up, but here we're right back under 190. What's your take on Tesla?
Hold on. I'm dying to get into Tesla. Okay, this is not a
What
big
side?
secret.
What side?
Upside.
Upside.
I'm dying to get to upside. It has hit 3 sigma bars day before yesterday and day before that. So on Friday and Monday it hits negative 3 sigma. Yeah, the good bounce on Monday. Reversed again yesterday at the 0 sig. So I'm scratching my head. We're down 13 cents right now at 188.57 or 77. I'm sorry, 77. Oh, went back to 0. Okay, we're jumping back and forth. All-time high is 228. CIs are heading south. We're getting negative CI diffs. It'll be on my watch list. What I'll do is I'll plug the 3 sigma again because we've already have 2 hits. Okay, I'll put the 3 sigma value, put it on alert on trade station, let it go. When it rings, I'll jump into what options I can play. Let the market come to me. This is a stock that you gotta play like Ethan. Okay, Ethan plays the what do you call it? ESNNQ. You gotta let it come to you because it's just so wild, but it has potential. So.
Okay, one stock coming out of the chat here. It's a Taylor, Michigan company, Masco Building Supplies and Contract.
Oh yeah, of course. MSC, right?
MAS. MAS.
Yes.
Look at
okay,
this chart.
They make the thermal doors and so forth out of in Los Angeles, East Los Angeles.
27, 27,
very nice,
27.
Very nice, tight. Your low vol. A monthly chart, good investment grade, I would think. $26, all-time high 38. CIs are up, heading up nicely. We're beginning to possibly pull up on the weekly. Also, I wouldn't buy above 28, but somewhere in here I would nibble in. The weekly looks nice, especially kind of decoupled from the craziness of the market. So I like it.
Yeah, I think Rob Hood, there's someone lurking at 27, Dennis. I don't know if you've looked in the book at all or whatever, but multiple highs in the higher 26s, 2690s, and 2709's been the recent high of the move. Actually, the recent high of the move has been 2740. So you got to take out that seller there at 27 before you can get out of the way.
I don't see anything in the book, but
Really?
there could be an iceberg there.
Okay, we've been on the line with Fari Hamzei of Hamzei Analytics. He joins us every Wednesday at 8:35, bringing his wealth and knowledge on aggressive equity options and futures trading, and also his wonderful personality. Fari,
But you didn't ask me anything about the oil.
Ask him the oil.
I'm sorry.
What's your thoughts on oil, Fari?
Oil probably will have a turnaround around May because of the Cushing. This is Cushing, not pushing. Cushing, Oklahoma. A storage facility is getting really filled up. Tank is already filled up. And we should see some support somewhere around here in prices. What we're going to what's going to be a counterbalance to that is unemployment. The non-farm will drop. So we're gonna have people out there going to be unemployed. So that's what the problem we're going to have.
Yeah.
In the major oil states like Oklahoma, Texas, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. So be ready for that.
One interesting note here too. We've made about an 8-point move here in crude. From 44.40 to 42.58. We've come in a little bit below the 50% retracement, 48.40. Get back over 48.40. I get interested on the long side. Besides that, I'm going to stay away. Okay, we're going to let you go, Fari Hamzei, Hamzei Analytics. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure, always. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Fari.